Wow. Lo único que he cambiado en mí es que me siento tan real, estoy tan exclusivo. Tramposo trampa, trap explosivo. El spray con la codeína. Esa flaquita me sigue desde que tenía 16. Latino europeo es mi sangre, hoy desperté very hungry. Como te explico, tengo mucha hambre en este género en lead. Estoy pegando este hit de Barcelona, París, gente Canadá para ti. Nada me para, si dos me para, toda mi familia está bien aquí, ey. Son de Carolina, la gata más fina, Milano en Canarias, ragazzo de pira. No ronca conmigo, te tengo en la mira, tu fecha de vencimiento se expira. ¿Por qué? Andamos caliente, corte de Cali, así son las cosas aquí. Del mundo soy VIP, del mundo soy VIP.
En Canadá con mi estilo sureño, de palabra cumpliendo todos mis sueños. Pies en el suelo, mirada para el cielo, camino piola prendiendo los leños. Todos los peños me temo y los saco, desde pequeño me amo los pacos. Diseños buenos, vuelvo y los remato, enseño si quiero transcribo relatos. Y el lato para relajar, solo para no estar malo, para regalar, mejor va lejos llegar. Hey, hey, otra nota astral, hasta que me pueda pegar, solo que me voy a buscar, no confío en nadie, solo en family. Estoy con mi gang, estoy con mi game, escribimos, grabamos, mezclamos, sí, lo hacemos everyday, jugamos sin miedo, nadie con la pera, no hay delay, no hay delay. No contrato, no le como dijera, se dicta ley, se dicta mi ley. Sunny shit.
Escribo con Big, deposito mi alcancía y tips. Las ganas sacio para sentir, el fondo de la botella está deep. La Johnny Depp, Capitán Morgan de agua salada y loca. Localizaciones se borran, me pegan los mejores bombones. La Johnny sin rompiéndole telones. Realidad supera la ficción, no es reality show, yo reality lo vivido. A lo cómodo 3000, por cómo afectamos su visión. Boda libanesa por tantos tiros, por tantos palos que apilo. El pilar de pillo, por tanto los amos del filo. Fácil pillamos jeroglifos.
No fake, no bra, aquí los flows son original. Si me meto al estudio salgo con un hit, eso ya es normal. Ya, me mantengo shining en la tempestad. Seguro es por el BS, la cambio de pause, la pongo en modo play. Vuelan los billetes de colores, sueño con ver el cielo, decir que lo logré. Sonar portal a orbit, oh yeah. No fake, no bra, aquí los flows son original. Si me meto al estudio salgo con un hit, eso ya es normal. Tu Jesse.
Ya, true, díselo. Presión lo controle, presión lo controle. Harto.
Ya, harto de matar patos, presume su mierda pero no es para tanto. Yo hago trap hardcore, papi no canto. Con lo que tú viste yo limpio mis zapatos, pato. Tanto trap, ¿dónde están? No sé dónde están. Me preguntan si canto, nah, patada en la cara, like canto, nah. Hey, harto de matar patos, presume su mierda pero no es para tanto. Yo hago trap hardcore, papi no canto. Con lo que tú viste yo limpio mis zapatos, pato. Tanto trap, ¿dónde están? No sé dónde están. Me preguntan si canto, nah, patada en la cara, like canto, nah. Hey, patada en la cara, like canto, nah. Yo estoy con la mía, papi, ¿dónde más? Tu anda muy creció, papi, ¿dónde vas? No venga judío, casa de alemán. Pa' ti difícil, pa' mí tan fácil. Un hit con DC y otro con Brasil, porque así trabaja junto a mi team. Cabeza fría, corte Materazzi. Yippee, ya. Toda tu gang solo títeres, pegados a uno por interés. Yo con los reales, mis tigres. La facha demuestra la nitidez, parecemos modelos de Pinterest. Que me conoce, que ni sé qué. Papi, respétate en límites. ¿Dónde están? No sé tú. Yo alejado del revolú, estoy parchado con toda mi crew, jugando FIFA y ganando true. ¿Dónde están? No sé tú. Yo alejado del revolú, estoy parchado con toda mi crew, jugando FIFA y ganando true. En la calle se mueven los Philly, Walter White controla la Kimi. Tú pides los deseos, que yo soy el dueño de la rosa y la verde flow Timmy. Me voy a pegar sin un remix, quiero salir en el show de Jimmy, con ropa ancha como Willy, parchándome una retro mini. Todo de matar patos, presume su mierda pero no es para tanto. Yo hago trap hardcore, papi no canto. Con lo que tú viste yo limpio mis zapatos, pato. Tanto trap, ¿dónde están? No sé dónde están. Me preguntan si canto, nah, patada en la cara, like canto, nah. Harto de matar patos, presume su mierda pero no es para tanto. Yo hago trap hardcore, papi no canto. Con lo que tú viste yo limpio mis zapatos, pato. Tanto trap, ¿dónde están? No sé dónde están. Me preguntan si canto, nah, patada en la cara, like canto, nah. Hey.
Los controles, press, manejando la química. Estamos fabricando otros.
Soy azteca de por vida, la vivo como los riders. De la clica no hay salida, ni aunque sea mi último baile. Soy azteca de por vida, la vivo como los riders. De la clica no hay salida, ni aunque sea mi último baile.
I'm just a product of my fucked up circumstances. Odds against me, fuck it, I'ma take my chances. I used to question God, always searching for the answers. If life is a risk, then I'm ready for the hazard. I pray these angels with me, cause these devils be against me. Gotta keep it through, Shaw on the streets, I ain't lying. Esos malos ojos on the low, always prying. I'ma keep on riding like a lion, never hiding. Marijuana smoke is all that I breathe. Rolling with my team on a mission trying to eat. All this competition, but they all obsolete. Sounding the same like they all on repeat. Watch out for them friendly faces cause they tell lies. Mask on, mask off, who's in disguise? Homie, 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 how many people claim they know me? Homie, 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 how many people claim they know me?
Los huevos puestos, mi homie va bien recio. Ya tumbado a los putos por los que siento desprecio. Mi estado natural, psicótico, perro agresivo. Sigo siendo letal aunque ande en el modo pasivo. La clica va tendida porque al chile aquí se hay hambre. Ya quebramos sus huesos y ahora vamos por la carne. Si me meto al infierno yo sé que voy a quemarme. Se pagan sus pecados cuando su sangre derrame. Fumamos kush, después con los jueces rush. Me fui por el mal camino, nunca me gustó la luz. Si me paseo por tu barrio pregunto quién eres tú. El maldito bastardo al cual yo le puse la cruz. El que conoce sabe dónde estoy, dónde encontrarme. Mis homies son firmes, listos para armar el desmadre. Puede que me encarne dentro de la misma esquina, pues no se va este perro ni aunque le echen agua fría. Soy azteca de por vida, la vivo como los riders. De la clica no hay salida, ni aunque sea mi último baile. Soy azteca de por vida, la vivo como los riders. De la clica no hay salida, ni aunque sea mi último baile.
Belonging feels good, but respect is even better.
Caminan por el barrio, los putos siempre nos temen.
Talking all heavy, but they light as a feather.
Su destino está en mis manos cuando tengo lo que quieres.
They always call you homie, but they got you in their sights.
La vida por mi clica, perro, eso es lo que hay.
They always call you homie, turn your back and that's a knife.
Si me muero en la raya, recuerden mi crazy life. Soy azteca de por vida, la vivo como los riders. De la clica no hay salida, ni aunque sea mi último baile. Ni aunque sea mi último baile. Ni aunque sea mi último baile.
What you think you signed up for, ese? Huh? This ain't no poetry club or some lowrider park club.
Huevo perro, salió pasado de esta madre. Yeah. No me pregunten, sigo en lo mismo. Voy sin capucha, es mi cinismo. Dímelo Cristo, si le doy piso. Tú me conoces, tú ya me has visto. El niño quiso ser perro fino. Vienen los puercos, no me persino. Lo que cocino es pa' reales, va pa' carnales que me proteja. La Super 30, una bereta que me vigile. No se casquille, quién es el dealer. Yo traigo algo con lo que valgo. Esa es mi alma, que es lo que trama. La vida es corta, la mente es loca. El chile no importa si la factura sale muy cara. Si la tortura nunca se para. Aquí sin nada tenemos todo. Unos en piso, otros en lodo. Plata con oro, se vuelve polvo. Lo que yo quiero es solo otro sorbo. Para el estorbo no traigo nada. Para mis hombros pongo la espalda. En tu manada faltan agallas. En las acciones sobran palabras. Tiran y tiran, dime tú quién eres. ¿Cuál es tu clica? ¿De dónde vienes? Dime qué quieres. ¿Cuál es el miedo? Pinta maníaca, sigo de cerdo. Si me enredo entre las espinas, tras de barrotes viven malillas. Barrio caliente, la muerte es fría. Lo que decían, si ando con perros perro si no hay dinero. Soy carroñero, trago panzuelo por mis guerreros. Se acaba el juego, allá nos vemos. Viene la muerte, yo no le temo. Si estoy enfermo, así me quedo. Para ser perro, señas con dedos. Voy con el cane, con un tequila. Esta master firme como sus líneas. Mi terror, cholos tumbados, la movie de horror. Junto con te me pegó un loquerón. Ese mi as de taite, ese patrón. En tierra caliente ya está la misión. Al de confianza le suelto el pacón. No se me agüite si se da el topón. Desde las calles la regla se rompe. El diablo está firme y espera la orden. Ese es mi guante de ser más buscado. Por los problemas que hubo en el pasado. Para envidiosos aquí no hay cupo. Para enemigos en su barrio escupo. Gallo jugado listo para el trompo. Letras maníacas con los psicolocos. Caigan al barrio, perro no la cree. Aquí en el Jersey viene el 7-3. Tiro mi clica, firme la CP. De por vida, perro, somos 7-3. Somos 7-3.
Catch up with you. You know what I'm saying, listen. We all die at the end, motherfucker. Yeah. Even if you take me out right now, one of my motherfuckers gonna take you out. And then you take him and back and forth and shit, and it don't stop. You know what I'm saying? Body rock, drop and shit. You know what I mean?
Esta vez tocó caer, pero te aseguro que esa mierda no logrará vencerme. Voy de cacería, quieren detenerme. No ocupo de nadie, puto, tú ocupas de suerte. Los que se borraron, quiera Dios no los toquemos. Pero cruel es el destino, sé que pronto los torcemos. No se cuiden las espaldas, perros, yo llego de frente. A vergazo limpio, no me escondo tras un cohete. Pero sabes, me dan risa. Piensan que por la loquera yo no me di tinta. Putos traicioneros me di cuenta que son finta. Yo de T por 8 y solo rasguños en la cara me pintan. Vergazo tras vergazo da la vida. No confiar en nadie, ya mi madre me decía. Ahora entiendo más perfecto que nadie. Quien dice que te quiere mañana te echa a la calle. See you later, motherfuckers. Sin hablar de más, despertaron mi espíritu pirata. Neta no busco venganza, solo busco cerrar putos hocicos de esos perros que me cansan.
Y un saludo a todos los que creyeron verme la cara de pendejo. Me la deben, perro. Luego vengo por el cambio. Que yo no se lo dejo al karma ni a la vida. Un ángel de la muerte desde lejos que me cuida. Y aunque sé que soy una puta mierda, esta mierda avanza y avanza. Que no me duele perder gente culera y traicionera. Que lo hago por los míos, por mi barrio, por mi raza. Él es en la casa. Psycho locos, perro. Ya saben que tranza. A la verga, gente falsa.
This is the end. Si lo pierdo ni modo, porque yo soy de los hombres que cuando pierdo.
Por tierra o por agua, identidad falsa. Brincamos muros o flotamos en balsa. La peleamos como Sandino en Nicaragua. Somos como las plantas que crecen sin agua. Sin pasaporte americano, porque la mitad de Gringolandia es terreno mexicano. Hay que ser bien hijo de puta. Nosotros les sembramos el árbol y ellos se comen la fruta. Somos los que cruzaron. Aquí vinimos a buscar el oro que nos robaron. Tenemos más trucos que la policía secreta. Metimos la casa completa en una maleta. Con un pico, una pala y un rastrillo te construimos un castillo. ¿Cómo es que dice el coro, cabrón? Immigrants, we get the job done. Look how far I come. Look how far I come. Look how far I come. We get the job done.
Somos esos. Tres vatos locos que están repletos de carnalismo, tratando de sobrevivir en una zona de guerra. Pero Lo que ahora sé, bro, es que necesito
todo lo que yo he aprendido desde el sábado me rifo, es puro esfuerzo constante.
Just fix up my mic.
Check, check. Y'all hear me?
TikTok is up. I'm gonna send you the invite so y'all can join.
Swap, can you hear me?
I can hear you fine, sir.
Damn. So, like, give me 1 second.
Give it 1 second. So what?
How about now, Swap? Can you hear me?
I
can't hear you, Watt.
We can hear you, other one.
Officer Bracala, can you hear me?
Right.
Bracala, can you hear me?
What's going on?
Khan, can you hear me? All right.
Hey,
y'all
so
there?
what? Jump on TikTok.
I'm trying to set up the TikTok right now, Watt.
We're just waiting for Malakma to come in.
Got a reverb. But for me, hold it.
I'm hearing like a sound.
Most in Christ. Hey, what's going on TikTok? Hey, Shalom Christ. You already know La Pura Neta todos los lunes. ¿Entiendes? A las 9:30. You understand? Pacific Standard Time, which is 12:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You already know what's going on. La Pura Neta. With me, I got my brother Sawap, Shamaiwan. You understand? The real Dominican defender. You understand? Let me just give a shout out to the chat real quick. Six Soul, or hey, que onda carnal? Hey, shout out Six Soul, you understand? All the Six Soul brothers, you understand? Shout out to the brothers. This is the best. You want the best Mexican artist in Montreal? Go to Six Soul Auténticamente Pro. You understand? Six Soul Auténticamente on YouTube. You're gonna have the best Mexican rappers in the city of Montreal, you understand? Probably in the whole goddamn East Coast, right? You know, if you wonder where you could get the music we're playing at in the intro, go on Six Soul Auténticamente Pro, you understand? And tonight we have a good topic actually with what's going on in Florida, right? Okay, Malakma is in the TikTok now, Most High in Christ. We have a good time what's going on in Florida. We're gonna talk about, you know, how they doing our Mexican brothers dirty, because basically the governor of Florida passed a law where he has to check the legal documentation of the workers. We're gonna play a couple of videos on the YouTube, right? And y'all gonna see that without Mexicans, I mean, America is not running without Mexicans. You understand? Like, listen, as soon as he passed the law, all the Mexicans doing construction, picking up the fruits, whatever the case is, they left. Like, nobody's building, nobody's working on the buildings anymore. You know? Nobody's working on the buildings. The fruits are rotten in the farms. You know, he said, listen, he said, I'm here to deport everyone who's illegal. They said, you know what? Don't need to deport nobody. We're just leaving. You understand? Now, you have some white people complaining about that, but they're not complaining because, so like we're on TikTok, I have to be careful what I say, right? You have some Caucasians, some pinche gringos complaining. The gringos are not complaining because they're deporting Mexicans. The gringos are complaining because who's going to pick up the fruits now? How are they going to get their orange smoothie at Starbucks? Or, you understand? Like, who's going to build their condos if all the illegal immigrants are gone? Like,
Check. Y'all hear me?
For Mexicans, they just give it down about who's going to, they're not going to, like, who's going to do the work if not Mexicans? That's just to show you, like, listen, oppressor, he only said the oppressor is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of, right? Because he claimed that, he has love for us, he has compassion, whatever the case is. But what's his name? DeSantis, who's a goddamn Italian, you understand? He said, no, we don't, everyone who's undocumented needs to leave. But I don't remember the Italians being documented, when they came over in the Americas. Like, I don't remember Lionel Messi's Messi ancestors being documented when they came to Argentina and raped and sexually assaulted the natives over there. Like, that, okay, do you see how crazy this is? They want to talk about documentation, illegal immigration, and stuff like that, but where was the documentation for those conquistadores? You understand?
Hey, Shalom, Lord Christ.
Hey, Shalom, Christ. We can hear you on the YouTube now.
Can you hear me on the TikTok?
No. You're muted on TikTok.
All right, how about now?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you now on TikTok too.
All right, Most High in Christ. Hey, Shalom, Raza. Shalom, Israel, Cuba, Raza. We're here again another Monday night. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm right here with my carnales. You know what I mean? This is the UPK La Pura Neta podcast, the voice of the Raza. And we're here to talk about, about the some heavy topics tonight, man. What's going down, I'm sure a lot of y'all been aware of what's going on in the news and everything with this whole Title 42 situation, Governor DeSantis and the whole thing with illegal immigration. And we're gonna show, we're gonna touch on it because this is something that's very, you know what I mean? This is the proof right here that the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. You know what I mean? And of course, I got with me my carnal, Precinct Officer 500 from out of Canada, Baraki Allah, and out of where you at on Swap, New York? So I can hear me?
I'm at the capital. He owns the city.
He owns the city. Okay, good night. So out of the capital, we got Precinct Officer 50 Swap. You know what I mean? Y aquí estamos otra vez, man. So holding it down, La Pura Neta, La Pura UPK, La Pura Neta podcast. Go ahead.
Your favorite Mexican artist is in the chat.
Órale.
You understand? But yeah, like we were bringing out, we're gonna play a couple of videos for the people on TikTok. If you want to see what we're about to show you, come on our YouTube channel, UPK La Pura Neta. You understand? Or Facebook, I Speak Latino America, right? You're gonna see
also we got the Salakia Brock. Also, we got the call-in number 909-654-5574. It's on the ticker on the bottom. Y'all want to call in and drop a comment, you know what I mean? Drop your opinion on the matter, share with us. By all means, go right ahead so that we can, this is something we need to talk about that needs to be brought out, man, because this is some BS. Let me just start out with that, Brock. This is some BS. You know what I mean? The way they treat our raza, man.
Right. I mean, don't be shy. Put in all your comments, put in your question in the chat. You understand? Let us know if the sound is good. Is it sound too up? You understand? Don't be shy. I mean, listen. If you want to come up on TikTok, you understand, give us your opinion. Just send a request. We'll probably bring you up. As long as you have some decorum. If not, we'll just kick you out. You understand? Because you don't run the show.
Right.
But yeah, let's start with this video right here. We did play it last week, but it's a good intro. right? And there is a reverb on TikTok though. Like I think that's coming from your side.
Con, I already muted the video. What?
No sweat. So let's play this one.
Raza, miren este video que me mandaron, donde en la Florida ya están, ¿cómo se dice? Contratando cuadrillas de gabachos para trabajar en la construcción. Y andan con todo, raza. No, es que no nos van a extrañar, solo vean el video.
Oh man.
I need to stop it right here. See, y'all went to get rid of all the so-called illegal migrants, but now they just left the wall like this. No, what did you expect? You expected them to just stay on the job site until like the ICE came and arrested them and deported them? They said, no sweat, you don't want us here, we're leaving.
Right.
But he's like, yeah, listen, we're leaving with everything. We're leaving with our tools. We're leaving with the cement. You understand? I mean, doesn't matter if we're just leaving with the tools. We're gonna leave the cement and the bricks whatsoever on the job site. If y'all want to keep building your walls and your buildings, you're gonna have to do it yourselves. You understand? That's what they said basically. And that should be a wake-up call for us, where no matter what we do for our oppressor, they're never gonna love us. They're never gonna have no love, compassion for us, and we don't need them. They need us.
Right.
You understand?
Damn right.
Like,
if I could, that is the problem. You know what I mean? That's the problem that we suffer here in America, man. We think we've been taught to believe that we need America, that we need these oppressors, that we need these gringos, when the reality is they need us. America will not last one day without the Raza. And what's that famous? I know he's a heathen and everything, but that famous DJ Khaled saying, "We go, congratulations, you played yourself." Well, that's exactly. That's what DeSantis, congratulations, you played yourself. You know what I mean? All the rats about to leave Florida, man, and now all you lazy ass oppressors, man, now y'all can go ahead and do the jobs that you claim Mexicans was taking away. Go get out in them fields. Go work them construction jobs. Go work, the housekeeping. All them, jobs that nobody else wants to do. Go ahead. Know what I mean? Now's y'all chance to go and prove, that y'all can pick yourselves up. Go pick yourselves up by your bootstraps, man. Since y'all like to tell my people that. You know what I mean? So that's what's, heavy and it's crazy how the situation came down. Of course, it's a good topic. It's a heavy topic because you comes to find out all the lies that have been put out. I brought this out of my camp speaking on Saturday, Barack Yalla. You know what I mean? How they lied and said, that the true number of how many so-called Latinos are here undocumented, man, is really lower than what people think. The reality is,
if I may, add one.
Go ahead.
You know what's crazy? They always want to talk about, like, when they talk about illegal immigration, they always talking about the Latinos. They talk about the people from the Caribbeans. When according to the statistics, right?
Right.
The biggest illegal immigrant is the East Indians and the Asians.
Right.
And it's going to fall into our topic of Title 42, where Trump was preventing Latinos from coming in the States, and he was deporting a lot of them, right? On the premise that they're gonna help spread COVID. But we know that COVID came from China. So why not deport the Chinese? Why deport the Mexicans? You understand?
Right.
It's just like they want to put boots on the ground in Mexico, talking about all the fentanyl is coming from Mexico, the drug cartels and everything. Like we're in 2023. Like you could just Google it. We know the cartel is working with the government. We know America is buying all the cocaine, and we know the fentanyl comes from China. So why are we pointing fingers at Mexico? Like no one is saying nothing against the Chinese.
Right,
you understand? No one is saying nothing against the biggest buyer of cocaine in the world. But it's always the Mexicans' fault. It's always the Colombians' fault. It's always the Jamaicans' fault. You understand? It's like it.
God, not. You know what I mean? That's why we said the oppressor is the devil once again, because the word devil just means liar. It means deceiver.
Damn right. El hombre blanco es un pinche diablo.
Es un mentiroso, carnal. You know what I mean? That's exactly what he is. Es un gran mentiroso de la tierra, right? So we can be politically correct. You know what I mean? These bastards, man, they just the way they treat us, man, is ridiculous. And these claims made against us, man, is something that needs to be addressed. And here's the other part, man. Raza needs to step up, man. Raza needs to step up and speak up and stop being such goddamn Uncle Tom's, Brock. Let me say this, man. We was at camp, man, and we had a brother come against us because we were trying to get, you know, we told it like it was to the oppressor. You know, she was trying to act like she was not down with the racist white people and that she was, you know, separate from them. So we showed her what she had to do, man. You know, we went to Isaiah 49:23, and you know, right there, a brown brother was right there, offended by that. Want to save the white woman, man. The same white woman that got, you know, a lot of your ancestors unalived.
Come on, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Wak.
All right, Salaki, I was gonna say that these same people that they hate on you know what I'm saying, on the internet, because these same Karens are, you know what I'm saying, calling the police on them for any little thing. You know what I'm saying? You still defend them. You know what I'm saying? They're going to, you know what I'm saying, our vendors in the street, causing all kinds of drama. You know what I'm saying, so we could stop our business. You know what I'm saying, because they hate watching us there, making money. They can't stand us.
Right.
So we gotta, you know what I'm saying, we gotta suffer them and defend them, even though you see in every day that they're causing issues for us. They hate us.
Right.
And so that's our people.
And you know what's funny about that? It's like, why? Like, who needs to defend them? Like, what do they need to be defended from?
Right.
Who's attacking the oppressor?
That's facts.
Then even the other nations, like, listen, the Asians have a Stop Asian Hate Crime bill, right? I mean, white people just listen. They have a law for everything that bothers them.
Right.
I mean, what do they need defending from? What do they need protection from? I mean, listen, just like this is my best analogy, right? Listen, when you see when a white woman gets robbed, she gets mugged by a 6-foot-tall black man. When the police comes, they ask for the description of the criminal who committed a crime against her. She's gonna say he was 6 foot tall and he was a black man. So when we're telling you that our oppressor, los pinche gringos, are the goddamn devil, it's not about skin color. It's about the crime they committed against our people. It's about how they treat us. It's about their character. You know, and you know, it's like we didn't make them white. You understand? It's just come to find out that listen, they're the one who committed genocide against our people. They're the one who were lynching Mexicans and blacks on trees. They're the one who set us on fire. They're the one who sexually abused us. They're the one who forced us to speak English, French, Portuguese, Spanish. Like, we're just telling you, like, you know, here goes the criminal who committed a crime against us. You understand? Right. Compared to us who just, you know, hate us just for the sake of hating us. You understand? I mean, go ahead.
Yeah, I was
I'm
gonna
gonna
say
read
that
the second video.
this whole DeSantis thing, is not nothing new, because the Bible says there's nothing new under the sun, and what he's doing is nothing new. You know what I'm saying? When the conquistadors came to the Caribbean, you know what I'm saying, and took all the gold and everything, they threw our people away. You know what I'm saying? Because there was no need for that slave labor anymore. They took what they wanted, and you know what I'm saying, they left with it. And then our people,
right,
you know what I'm saying, became so used to being enslaved that they asked for them to come back to you know what I'm saying, be in charge. And that's the destruction mentally of our people, man.
Right, we're so used to being enslaved.
God.
Go ahead.
God on Khan. You know what I'm saying? Like we're suffering this Stockholm syndrome, man. And we're not seeing it. But it does come out when, like, just like Officer Malakma just brought out. He goes to camp. You know what I'm saying? He talks about the truth, and it's our people attacking us because they want to defend what they see is, you know what I'm saying, white fragility. That doesn't exist. You know what I'm saying? They're running the whole world already. I'm saying that's what gives them the privilege of calling 911 for them for them seeing you. You know what I'm saying, selling fruits and vegetables on the street. You know what I'm saying? They're afraid for their life because you're selling fruits and vegetables on a corner. You know what I'm saying? That's the privilege they got. But yet you want to defend them.
And so, like, you know what's crazy about this whole DeSantis situation? Just like there are Latinos for Trump, like there are Latinos supporting DeSantis, deporting all those illegal immigrants. That's the craziest part, right? I don't know if Malakma, you could bring out the video of Henry Cejudo talking about he's proud of his culture. The MMA fighter who got beat up.
The MMA Khan, there's a video I want to play actually. Salakia, give me a second, Aki. I'm just trying to,
he's a proud American, but he loves his culture, but we'll never see him wearing the Mexican flag.
He actually represents a big problem, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like the way what he's done and whatnot. And there's a response video that was made to him that I think we should definitely play.
You're muted on TikTok, eh?
Am I? Oh, it's not. All right, hold on.
There's a reverb on TikTok.
Can you hear me now? What? Is the reverb gone?
We can hear you, but nah. Like I hear myself in double when you speak.
Let me put my phone on mute and see if I'm the issue. Go ahead.
So you're not the issue.
It's me. It's because the sound. Hold on. Hold on. Let me get this fixed.
If I can say something while Officer Malakma, you know what I'm saying, fixes this.
Of course, because we're about to get a video ready.
Con.
Say your piece.
Right. So I was gonna say that not only has Governor DeSantis, you know what I'm saying, made us criminals overnight, you know what I'm saying, by his new law, but now he's putting some other health bill through where, you know what I'm saying, the people that work the ambulances get to choose whether you live or die, depending on what they believe about you.
Slow down, Mark. Slow down. You're giving them too much. We're gonna get that video ready too.
Right.
Because that's just part of the problem, just like Suwa brought out, right? Listen, just like Suwa brought out, there is another law that DeSantis passed in Florida where they could choose on whether or not they're gonna provide service for you. So, like, let's say you get physically harmed in the streets, right? Based on their morals, they could choose whether or not they're gonna call an ambulance for you. If their morals prevent, because it's Florida. We already know there's a lot of, Klans members in Florida.
Right.
They could just decide, say, I'm not helping no beaner. I'm not helping no nigger. Goddamn, I need to be careful with TikTok, but you get the point, right? Right. I'm not helping a person of color because my beliefs prevent me from doing it. Therefore, they're just going to let you die on the streets. You understand? If you go to a hospital because of that law, your woman gives birth, or You've
Can
been
you hear
someone
me?
harmed you with a blade.
Kano
We hear you, but there's still a reverb on TikTok. You know what? Hey, we're just gonna end the TikTok live. If anything, we're
Y'all
gonna
can hear me now?
work out
What?
the issues.
Well, I can hear you, sir.
Yeah, there's a reverb on the StreamYard now. No
Right.
sweat. We're gonna end the TikTok and we're gonna work it out for next time.
All right, it's weird, man. Like I'm not getting audio from my computer now.
Yeah, but we could hear you. You're fine. But like we were saying, just like Suwa brought out, you understand? It's like there's a law that will just prevent anyone from helping you because
they're not nigger lovers. Yeah, we're off TikTok, so I can say that. They're not nigger lovers, so they're not gonna assist you.
Check.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you, officer.
Check, mic check.
Yeah, we can hear you. So I'll send him a message on Messenger.
Kano.
But basically, we're about to play a video where you see a MMA fighter, Enemy Cejudo, right? Who's part of the problem? Because why? Because he's part of the Latinos supporting the deportation laws. He's a Latino for Trump. He's a Mexican that will never wear the Mexican flag. Why? Because in his mind, he's American. You understand? I'm pretty sure he doesn't even speak Spanish, right? And his Cejudo is what you call a Uncle Tom. And he's brown on the outside, but he's white on the inside. You understand? I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah, Brock Yalla, how about now? How's it sound? Just still getting the reverb and all that?
Nah, the reverb was on TikTok. Now you're too wild. You're good.
Okay, Most High in Christ, Salakia. Just, man, technical difficulties here, of course, always, man. The white man being the devil.
Damn
Just,
right.
we want to get this live. So, yeah, we talk about the MMA fighter, right? And what he represents, man, is a real serious problem for Raza, man. The issue with him is the similar issue that goes on amongst so-called black folk, amongst so-called Native Americans, right? But today, let's focus on the Raza, right? He represents, the Stockholm Syndrome, as you always bring out, Sawap. And you want to know what Stockholm Syndrome looks like? This brother right here is a prime example of it. So let me get that video real quick, and we can play it, man, and just how disgusting it is, his comments he's made. But here's a response video to it.
The brother who beat him up, he said, "Listen, I'm gonna have to teach you a lesson because you're disrespecting my people, mi gente." Like, you're talking down on Mexicans. He said, "Oh, my father was an illegal immigrant, then he got deported. He got what he deserved." You understand? Listen, you got what you deserve in the ring. You got beat the hell up.
Damn right.
You didn't deserve that title belt.
So I got the video right here. This is a good video right here. It's from Fools Gone Wild, of course.
This picture was taken just before he was drafted and sent off to fight.
Any sound? Y'all hear sound?
Now I have several pictures of him in the war. In this
the
picture
hell?
here,
I'm not
he's
hearing
with
any
his squad.
sound.
Now, not all Mexicans served in segregated units, but my father did. He was good enough to serve his country. He just wasn't good enough to be an unrestricted part of it. If you look at the back, you'll see the names. Names like Martinez, Garcia, Montoya, Aleman, Hernandez. Now, while these Mexican Americans served in the United States military and fought for their country, that same military, along with law enforcement and citizens of these United States, chased down Mexicans and beat them in the streets of Los Angeles in what became known as the Zoot Suit riots. Now, while my father, as well as other people of color, were all fighting for this country, there was a man shortage here at home. So the United States came up with the Bracero program, which imported millions of Mexicans from Mexico to be exploited here in the United States for their cheap labor in the name of the war effort. Now, after the war and after they had served their purpose, in 1954, the United States came up with Operation Wetback. Yes, this was an actual governmental operation where they rounded up Mexicans and sent them back where they came from. It didn't matter that some of these Mexicans were actually born and raised here and were United States citizens. Now, this wasn't the first time that the United States had done this. My grandfather was born in 1898 And he was here in 1918 during the Depression, and he witnessed the Mexican partition, the largest deportation of Mexicans in history. And they didn't just deport those they considered illegal, they also deported American citizens of Mexican descent. You see, time and again, throughout history, the United States has shown that people of color are no more than beasts of burden. We're good enough to help build their table. We just aren't good enough to eat off of it. So for those of you that put America first, let me ask you one question, just one. My question is this: when has America ever put you first? And I don't mean something that they were pushed or forced into, like the Civil Rights Act. I'm talking about when have they ever considered you an equal? I've said this before, and I'll continue to say this to the day I die. Where they once enslaved the body, they now enslave the mind. Slavery is no longer instituted and enforced by whips and chains, but by the mark of a pin or the bang of a gavel.
I love my culture too. You guys will never see me with the Mexican flag.
This is my father.
That's crazy, man. So
this picture was taken just
you
before he
want
was
to see
drafted and
something
sent
more
off to fight
wild,
in World War
Rakiala? Let me scroll
Now, I have
down
several
on this
pictures of him
webpage, right?
during and after the war. In
Look
this
at this
picture
shit.
here, he's with his squad. Now, not all Mexicans served in segregated units, but my
Look at this.
father did.
This is
He
one of
was
the
good enough to
comments
serve his
in
country.
response
He
to the
just
video,
wasn't good enough to
Rakiala.
be an unrestricted part of it.
Y'all see the
If you
comment?
look at the back, you'll see the names. Names
Right.
like Martinez, Garcia,
sir, we can see
Montoya,
it.
Aleman, Hernandez. Now, while these Mexican Americans served in the
Actually, it's a
United
long
States
time. It's not that
military
long.
and fought for their country, that same military, along with law enforcement and citizens of these United States, chased down Mexicans and beat them in the streets of Los Angeles in what became known as the Zoot Suit riots. Now, while my father...
Look at this right here. This oppressor right here, and this is his comment on the video. Look, funny, all the Mexican people that are proud to be an American are skilled tradesmen, business owners, programmers, UFC champions, etc. And all the people whining are soft mama's boys that think they're victims. Just laugh out loud. So there's always this mentality, right? That when we bring up any issues, right? When we bring up like the things that are done to us that are not right, we have a victim mentality. We're being ungrateful. We're being, we're shitting where we're eating. You know what I mean? That we let it happen to ourselves. This is the lack of compassion and the lack of understanding that's thrown at us. You know what I mean?
Okay, if I may add one.
Go ahead, Ot.
Like Saturday, I was in Toronto, right? I brought out the fact that, listen, so on our right, they had people protesting for, save the dolphins, save the orcas, save the whales. Captivity is cruelty. I'm like, listen, I agree, but y'all are hypocrites because, if it's actually cruel to have someone in captivity, why are you not protesting for the Native American Indians on reservation right now? You understand? Then a fucking devil, Salaka, a goddamn devil came up. He said, well, the natives could do whatever they want. They could leave the reservation and establish themselves anywhere. I'm like, listen, what are you talking about? You're able to walk downtown Toronto right now, go in a mall, you understand, go to a coffee shop, Starbucks, because you're walking on a Native Indian cemetery right now. Literally, everywhere we're walking, we're on top of Native Indian bones. You understand? But when we speak about the issues that our people experience, we're always like playing the victim. But what about the Ukrainians? Aren't the Ukrainians? Why don't we say that the Ukrainians are playing the victims? Because when it comes to Ukraine and Russia, Ukrainians are just baby Russians. You understand? Why don't we say that about the Yiddish man, right, during the so-called Holocaust? Why don't we say that he's playing the victim? You understand? Like, why is it only us who, when we speak against what is going on within our community, we're just playing the victim? Oh, we cannot speak about the fact that the white man is putting all the drugs in our neighborhoods because we're selling the drugs. We cannot speak about the fact that, you understand, you don't want us to bring out the truth, basically.
Salakia, sir, you're muted, Officer Malakma.
Can you hear me now?
Khan.
All right. So what I was gonna say is nobody ever tells the Jewish man that when he brings up any cases of anti-Semitism, nobody ever tells him if he doesn't like it to go back to Israel.
Right.
Nobody ever tells him or tells them, right, that if they don't like it here, they can leave. That they need to drop the Israeli flag and only rock the American flag. You know what I mean? Nobody ever tells them that they should be grateful for what the Germans did to them. You know what I mean?
Right.
You would never see an Israeli or a Jewish person say that they're part German or claim to be part Nazi. But for some odd reason, right, Barack Yalla, right, Sawap, us, Mexicanos, Raza, we have to identify with the Spaniards. We have to love America. We have to be quiet. You know what I mean? We can't dare get mad about any of the mistreatment that America does to us. Our children are locked up in detention centers across the border, and we're not allowed to talk about that. Hell, we're not even allowed to rock a Mexican flag. I believe it was last year. Oh, go ahead, Doc.
They'd rather have us protest for the whales and free the whales than free the people in the cages at the border.
Right. So
well, in the first place, real quick, guys, right? Listen, in the first place, who put the whales in the aquariums? We didn't. Y'all did. Like, listen, y'all want to stay. Y'all trying to say, let's stop being criminals to a certain extent. Let's stop committing genocide on the earth. You understand? Well, guess what? Stop deporting our people. How about that? You understand? Stop flooding our neighborhoods with drugs and guns. You understand? Like, you don't want us to speak about these issues. You understand? You want to speak about the crimes you commit against us? Stop committing crime against us. Like, y'all tired about hearing us say, oh, y'all kill us at the hands of the police, this and that. Well, stop murdering us. It's that simple. You understand? At this point, we don't even want an apology because we know, like, y'all are hypocrites. But if you want us to stop talking about what is going on.
Miren este video que me mandaron, donde en la Florida ya están, ¿cómo se dice? Contratando cuadrillas.
If you want us to stop talking about it, stop doing it. It's that simple.
Right.
But we know y'all are never gonna stop until Yahushua comes back, of course.
Right. So, like I was gonna say,
go ahead,
if I may, sir, that devil that Osa Malakma brought out, I'm saying that there's a ton of them on the internet. There's just trolls upon trolls saying the same thing. It's because you know what I'm saying, they have to hate on us, you know what I'm saying? But Ron DeSantis gave, you know what I'm saying, what they wanted. They threw all our people out. And this is why we should whine. We should say and complain, you know what I'm saying, that they're throwing a certain group of people out, you know what I'm saying, just because of the hate they feel. You know what I'm saying? That's whining. You know what I'm saying? But now there's nobody to take care of their needs in Florida. You know what I'm saying? So I would challenge that devil to go to work and pick strawberries. You know what I'm saying? Pick oranges.
What? We're gonna play that video now that you sent.
Oh, you got that video of the white man trying to pick the oranges?
Oh, good night. I wanted to play that video too. I couldn't find it. You understand?
No
I see
sweat.
the video. The brother is just picking the grapes. Like he's good night. He's going as fast as Speedy Gonzalez. Then you have another video of white people trying to pick the fruits. It's like you could tell it's gonna take an eternity, and that's the reason why they didn't want to pick the fruits. But guess what? When they say be careful what you wish for, you wanted to deport the Mexicans. The Mexicans said, you know what? No sweat. No te preocupes. They left. You understand? Let's play that video and let's see the aftermath of the Mexicans leaving.
Miren, nada más. Aquí nos encontramos en esta compañía de uva. Toda la uva se va a echar a perder. Miles y miles y miles de toneladas. ¿Por qué? ¿Por qué? Porque este cabrón acaba de firmar la pinche ley esa de Florida Aquí en Florida ya nadie quiere trabajar. Toda la uva ya echada a perder. Ya no hay inmigrantes aquí. Ahora no sé qué vamos a hacer. Miren, miren nada más, toda la uva se está pudriendo. Prefieren que pase todo esto a que pase una ley migratoria, que todos estemos felices y contentos. Miren nomás, estamos hablando de miles y miles de toneladas. No sé por qué los rancheros no dicen nada, se quedan callados. Y les voy a decir por qué. Porque el gobierno les pagó para que toda esa fruta que está echada a perder, la aseguranza se las pagó, les dieron beneficios. Y miren a nosotros, aquí trabajando solos. Ya no vale la pena estar aquí en Florida. Yo me regreso para California. Chale.
See that should have happened a long time ago.
Hey, if I could, let's give the Most High a hand.
Yeah, right. Hey,
Because you know what? Let's say this. He's showing the power of the Raza right there, man.
Right.
And showing what happens when you F with the Lord's people. You know what I mean? You wanna think of us as wetbacks and illegal immigrants, man. Well, and say that we need y'all, you don't need us. Well, now you're about to find out y'all played yourselves. You're about to find out how much you need Mexican.
Y'all played yourself. Hey,
You know what I mean?
one, you know.
Y'all played yourselves. DeSantis, you played yourself, man.
This should have happened a long time ago. Like knowing how much they hate us, which is like okay, General Muhammad keeps saying it all the time. Even Commander General Yohana, right? They say, imagine one day we just boycott America. You understand? We boycott Canada, America, Europe, whatever. We stop going in the fields picking the fruits. We stop working in the buildings. You understand? We stop being janitors for their company. We stop buying. Like we make sure like black and brown money goes in black and brown pockets. This empire would be destroyed. Like without us, I mean, you know, we basically make the country prosper. We made the country run smoothly. You understand? Without us, I mean, shit. we see right now the country is rotting. You understand? I mean, who's going to pick up these fruits? Like we're about to see white women go crazy because they cannot drink a orange or grape smoothie.
Right.
You understand? We're about to see Italian restaurants go crazy because they're not importing tomatoes from Italy. You understand? They don't have a big enough backyard, you know, to produce all those tomatoes. Mexicans are getting all the tomatoes, all the lettuce. You understand? But where are the Mexicans? Mexicans are gone. Listen,
Right.
let's put the other video.
Miren mi gente, esto está pasando aquí en Florida. Son cientos de acres de cultivo que se echaron a perder. Son demasiados que realmente no puedo caminar todo eso porque es mucho. Y no hay personal para trabajar. La compañía puso un anuncio que estaba rematando el producto a menos de la mitad de precio. Y pues vine a ver, quise salir de dudas y es verdad. Vean esto. Los tomates se están pudriendo, ya se echaron a perder, ya la verdad no sirven esos. Demasiado producto echado a perder y pues eso es aquí en Florida. Miren nada más, vean, es una lástima ver todo eso. Pero bueno, esa es la realidad y creo que viene peor la cosa, no sé. Esperemos que no llegue a tanto, pero por lo que se ve esto ya se puso bueno. Y pues desgraciadamente nos va a tocar correr a otro estado o a ver qué hacemos. Pero ven, es una lástima, Florida.
And that's what's heavy, man. That's what's heavy. Now you're gonna see. I'm glad that's happening. You know what I mean? I'm glad that food is rotting and their fields aren't being worked. I want to see you white people panic. I want you to see y'all at the Costco's, at the Walmarts, panic buying because there's a food shortage now because of what y'all have done, man. Now you're about to see. Go ahead, Doc.
You know what the saddest part about this is that they're gonna try. They may try to reverse it in a way where let's allow certain Mexicans, certain undocumented Mexicans, and Raza is gonna come back. That's the saddest part about it. You understand? Because really, who should be in the fields right now? You understand? I mean, the President Tio Thomas. That's who should be right now, picking the fruits up. You understand?
Right.
Because listen, Henry Cejudo should be in the field right now because he's a legal documented American. He said that undocumented people need to, they deserve getting deported. They Raza said, "Oh yeah, no sweat, we're just leaving." But guess what? Seguro, pinche bastardo, and stand pinche traidor. You come in the field. You come pick the tomatoes. That's what you need to do. But the number one thing you need to do with all that money the UFC is paying you is pay your ties to Commander General Johanna.
That's right.
ISUPK.com. You understand? And then you can go in the fields, pick some fruits. Because apparently, you think that all those brothers who just left because they were, running the risk of getting deported like your father was, you think they deserve it. Well, remember that next time, you want to drink some orange juice, instead, you want to eat a tomato, right? Just eat a salad. Remember that you're going to have to go pick it yourself. You understand? Go ahead, Ak. We can't hear you, Sawab.
Salakia. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, Khan, we can hear you now.
So I was gonna say that that first video with the grapes was heavy because there was something that the man said about the owners of the fields being paid off by insurance, by them letting the immigrants, go and flee away to a different place. So it seems like they planned this whole thing ahead of time, where everybody was going to be covered except for the workers.
Right.
And this is what makes them devils, man.
It's
a planned destruction.
If I could, Sawab and Barack, y'all, let me share this article real quick. Right, I brought this out at camp, right, and it's crazy because this is why the white man is the devil. Y'all see the article? I'm gonna read it. Right, the article's titled "This: Americans way off on number of Latinos they think are undocumented." Poll finds. Perceptions range from a third to almost 4 in 10 Hispanics, while the real share is significantly lower, the survey found. Right? So here it goes. Look, as it reads, right? This is written by, Susan Gamboa. Of course, for copyright situate reasons, we'll give the source and the person who wrote it. But it goes like this. Americans of all backgrounds incorrectly believe that the number of Latinos in the United States who are undocumented is 2 to 3 times larger than it actually is. A poll released Thursday found about 13% of the 62 million Latinos in the U.S. are undocumented, according to the Department of Homeland Security and census information from 2019. 13% of the 62 million.
Good night.
And what's the propaganda that's pushed, man? Let me look a video up.
Yeah, after that, I'm gonna play a video. That's what I wanted me to play about the man speaking about, the food being grown in Florida. But hey, DeSantis, next time, you want to eat a pizza or, what they call it, that, that bologna or whatever stupidness, the Italians do with the tomatoes. Remember that. Yeah, you're I had gonna have to go pick your tomato yourself because you told Raza to get the hell out of Florida. They said no sweat. They said no te preocupes para nada. That's what they said.
God.
You know, it's a
And
China plan.
Democrats must join forces again.
It's a lot here. Let me see if I can find a shorter clip.
Nearly 180,000 illegal immigrants with criminal records ordered deported from our country are tonight roaming free to threaten peaceful citizens.
You heard what he said, right?
The number of new illegal immigrant families who have crossed the border so far this year already exceeds the entire total from 2015. They are being released by the tens of thousands into our communities with no regard for the impact on public safety or resources.
Salakia. You hear the way he said they are being released, like they're unleashing a beast.
Right. It's let me say this, Brock. Y'all, 13% of 62 million. Ain't no way he's talking about Mexicans. Ain't no way he's talking about Hondureños, about Guatemaltecos, about um, the people from Nicaragua, right? That number, he might be telling the truth about the number of said illegal immigrants, but there's no way in hell that that's our people. That's probably the Chinese. That's probably the East Indians. That's probably the Arabs, the Africans, all them other nations that come over here with criminal backgrounds and all types of things. But of course, because they're not the Lord's people, he can't say anything about them. Because they come from countries that are backed, right? That hate America, that will step up to America when they discriminate against them. He can't say anything about them, especially the Chinese. Donald Trump, you know what I mean? The Chinese got America, paused, but got America by the balls. Know what I mean? Yep. So that America will never dare blame China for the illegal immigration problem, let alone blame China for the pandemic. And that's why they use Title 42 to target my people. Now let's go to what Title 42 is, right? Because we spoke about it, right? It ended, but this is what they did. Let me go get the article real quick. Like I said, I brought these two out at my camp speaking because I crushed the lies, right? So much lies are spread about us, man. This is Title 42. This is an article from the Puente movement, right? Just so we giving them credit. You know what I mean? We're not on no copyright. We're not trying to monetize out this. This is Title 42 explained as the website's title. What is Title 42? Title 42 in the United States Code is the code that addresses public health, social welfare, and civil rights. Title 42 was previously rarely used clause of the 1944 Public Health Services Law until the Trump administration began using it in 2020 to prevent migrants from entering the United States. Title 42 grants the government the ability to take emergency action to stop the introduction of communicable diseases. The Trump administration used Title 42 to designate hundreds of thousands of migrants for expulsion, arguing that allowing these migrants to enter the U.S. may increase the spread of COVID-19. Since the Trump administration began abusing Title 42 as an anti-migrant policy, Title 42 has been used at least 380,000 times to expel migrants at the southern border. In June 2020, out of the 1,650 unaccompanied children who entered to U.S., only 4%, 61 children, were transferred to the Office of Refugee Resettlement, while the remaining 1,589 children were expelled under Title 42. There have been many reports of children being held for days in hotels without access to advocates or lawyers. before being expelled under Title 42. Many of these children have still not been located after being expelled.
Salakia, if I may.
Go ahead, Ak.
That just shows that, just like Zephaniah 2:1 says, that we are the nation not desired. Because how preventing Raza from coming in or expelling them from U.S. soil is going to prevent the spread of COVID when COVID didn't come from Mexico. Like Trump himself said it came from China, but he's not expelling the Chinese from the U.S.
Let me do you one better, Brachiala. I'm pretty sure that COVID-19 was spreading crazy in the Ukraine.
Damn right.
And they let the Ukrainians in, no problem. I'm sure COVID-19 was spreading like crazy in Afghanistan, and yet that did not stop them from flying them Afghans over here and giving them Airbnbs.
Right.
You know what I mean? But for some odd reason, right, when it comes to us, would they use that as a what do you say, as an excuse to expel us, deport us, whatever, lock us up in cages.
Right.
If I
That's
may.
just true that the white man is the goddamn devil. Go ahead.
Right.
Damn right. What this reminds me as well is I don't know if you guys remember that they had a Bath riot back in 1917 on the border where they tortured, our Mexican brothers, pouring gasoline on them so they could quote unquote disinfect them, which is crazy. And some of them did get lit up in fire. They had to take one of our sisters to say something, and cause, some disturbance to stop that whole campaign, of treating our brothers like crap, getting them nude and sprayed. You know how humiliating that is for a whole family to go through. Cutting their hair off.
Right.
It's just disgusting, man. And as a matter of fact, this is where the Nazis, learned how to treat, the Jewish man. They actually came here and watched how, the original Nazis came in there and handled our brothers in the border. And they took that back to their country, and started implementing it. And so this is the hypocrisy of America. We go there to stop something that, we've been doing for a while already, since 1917. But we got to go to Germany and destroy them because they're doing the same thing we're doing. It's crazy.
It's because it's the reality. So we're slaves. That's what we are. And what they're doing is using us for slave labor. That's really what it is, man. That's why they do that to us. They don't have the Chinese enslaved. They don't have the Arabs enslaved. They don't have the East Indians enslaved. But they have you, black man and brown man. They have you as a slave in this country. And they need you to be a slave. They need your slave labor. America, I believe the generals brought that out, man, where the reason why America treats Raza the way it does is because that's the only way America's going to be empowered. America depends on the oppression of so-called blacks, of so-called Hispanics, of so-called Native Americans, of Mexicans. It needs to oppress us so that it can stay on top. And it uses propaganda like that Christian church, like that brother, that UFC fighter. What do you think his religion is, man?
Oh, he's a damn Christian.
He's a proud Christian. Oh, proud Christian. Exactly. That's the brother, right? That got that came out singing gospel music and all that.
Oh, Lord, this is like that.
Well, as a boxer, man, like I don't follow sports, man, but it's just
they're both Christians.
Christianity is the mark of the beast. Christianity is, is what is the worst case weapon of psychological warfare waged against us, man.
That's facts. Salaki, for me. Our people got to notice. Salaki, go ahead, sir.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say that, our people need to know that, once you turn Christian, you're basically hating your own people. And you can see that because the KKK are Christians themselves. So You know what I'm saying? You're joining their ranks. You're supporting their movement by you joining Christianity. You know what I'm saying? You're subscribing to Jesus Christ that is a false image. You know what I'm saying? Because Christ is a black man from the tribe of Judah. He's not a white man. And he never will be.
Right. Hey, but Salakia, let me play that video that you were asking about before. There's two videos you asked about. Then I'm gonna play the other video from the Puerto Rican rapper Residente, yes, which I played at the beginning. But let's start with this video real quick. I think it's this one, right?
Temores se viven en los campos de cultivo del estado, donde la mayor parte de la mano de obra es indocumentada. Tanay Rivero nos tiene más.
Los campos en Homestead, Florida, hoy amanecieron desérticos. Increíblemente, el señor Román Quechue fue el único que se presentó a la cosecha. El guatemalteco hace el trabajo de decenas de sus compañeros.
Y cuando se levanta lo que es el boniato, pues se trata de unas 20 personas. Pero no sé qué irá a pasar esta vez porque ahorita no hay personas. Ahorita fue María Fe porque nadie nos ayuda.
El pánico entre los inmigrantes comenzó hace 2 días, luego de que el gobernador de Florida, Ron DeSantis, firmara una legislación que exige que las compañías con más de 25 empleados se sometan a una verificación electrónica. Y para que entiendan qué tan complicada está la situación aquí en el estado de Florida con los inmigrantes indocumentados, estamos parados en unos 20 acres de tierra, pero hoy no llegó a trabajar el personal habitual.
Good night.
Good night. 20 acres empty.
Just one man showed up.
One man showed up. Like, you know, he's probably just risking it. Like, who knows? He probably is undocumented as well. He don't care.
Right.
Like, that's, you know, I'm not saying the brothers who left could afford it, because clearly if they could afford it, they would not be working on you know, undocumented. And, you know, working on the farm is meager pay. Like, I tried it. You understand, myself. You know, it's Latua. You think if they had the choice, they would just go pick some fruits for the white man? It's like, listen, like, you think if we had a choice, we'd just be picking cotton for 400 years? You understand? But let me play the other video real quick.
You know, just when I thought Death Star Ron, sitting here trying to figure out what a personality is, couldn't possibly sink any lower, he said, "Hold my Mickey ears." In an attempt to show how much of a dickhead he could possibly be, Ron DeSantis signed into action the Protection of Medical Conscience Bill, also known as Let Them Die Bill. Basically, the bill allows healthcare providers in Florida and insurance companies to deny the LGBTQ for any moral reason whatsoever without any sort of repercussion. Long story short, if you belong to the LGBTQIA community and you get into an accident and an EMS worker shows up or a firefighter shows up, they don't have to give you service. They can let you die right there and not get in trouble for it. If you go to the hospital, they don't have to give you service simply because they don't feel like it, because they're morally object to it. The problem with this bill, on top of it being a disgusting bill, this bill can now also be used to discriminate against anybody in Florida. If you are an interracial couple and you need help, they're not going to help you because morally they don't feel like it. If you are a disabled person, they're not going to help you because they morally don't feel like it and they can't get in trouble for it. Are you guys seeing the picture I'm painting here for you? This bill makes it so it's perfectly okay to sit there and discriminate against people with no problem whatsoever. That's a problem right there. At this point, Ron DeSantis is slowly destroying Florida. He came for the immigrants who are responsible for picking the fruits in the farms that y'all don't want to work at, for doing all the day labor work that none of you want to do in the first place. He's coming for the LGBTQIA community. He's basically making it so Florida is only going to be for rich, straight, white men. Ron DeSantis is bad for Florida. And this man wants to run for president? We're getting a small taste of what it's going to look like if Ron DeSantis was ever president. Ron DeSantis doesn't need to be in any political office whatsoever. Florida. I said it once and I'll say it again. Are y'all good?
I'll say it again. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
Good night, man.
Listen.
That brother, Salaki, go ahead, sir.
Listen, just real quick, you know, the how do you call it? The Skittles gang is not in danger. The
Right.
Skittles gang is not in danger. You understand? I mean, listen. The real issue, just like you pointed out, the real issue is that you're gonna be able to discriminate anyone for any reason in Florida, and without any repercussions. You understand? Like you will be. I think it's almost like they're able to call you a nigger in your face. You can't do nothing about it. You understand? They'll be able to say, what did the brother say earlier? He said they had Operation Wetback in the army.
Right.
They're gonna be able to bring back Operation Wetback. Like, what is gonna stop them from doing that?
That's what Title 42 is. That's what
Right.
you know what I mean?
You understand? Raza is under attack at the hands of DeSantis. You understand? That's what we need to understand, right? Like, we've always been under attack, but they're making it legal again. You understand? They're making it legal again to discriminate us, right? I wouldn't even be surprised if they bring back, they authorize police officers to carry whips with them. I wouldn't even be surprised if they bring that back. You understand? For whatever purpose. Or they're gonna say, that's just like the Southern crackers, right? The rednecks say, "Oh, I have the Confederate flag because it's part of my history." I would not be surprised if they say, "Yeah, I'm carrying a whip because it's part of my heritage too."
They go, "This is my town, not yours."
This is my town, not yours. My people were here first.
Right.
My people worked the land. People work how?
The land. Man,
what are you talking about? Your people work the land. In Florida, in the South, I wouldn't even be surprised.
Right.
I wouldn't be surprised, you know what I'm saying, if right after they started working the land, you know what I'm saying, they got tired of it and started murdering and enslaving our Native American brothers so they could start working the land for them.
Right.
This brother that was on that last video, man, was on point, man. You know what I'm saying? This new bill that's coming through, it's gonna basically give them the power, the same power that the NYPD has with our people to stop and frisk. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're gonna be targeting, you know what I'm saying, people that they don't like, because we all know who's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, driving that ambulance. You know what I'm saying? Those paramedics that's gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? The paramedics are the same rednecks, you know what I'm saying, that attend the KKK meetings. You know what I'm saying? That work with the police, you know what I'm saying, to discriminate against our Latino and Black brothers, you know what I'm saying, Native American brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When you get into an accident, they're gonna assume you don't have no papers if you're Latino, so no service is gonna be given to you because they're gonna assume you ain't got no papers.
Salaki, you know what's crazy? You see, like in you already heard that joke before. If you want the police to come, at your rescue, whatever the case is, and they ask you, like, what is your race, what is your nationality, or just call the police just to make sure the police actually come to your aid. Just tell them I'm a white person. I'm white. Understand? Just to make it ring in their head, like, oh, this person actually needs help. This person is a priority. Imagine brothers calling an ambulance, talking about, listen, I'm a middle-aged white man. You understand? I just got mugged by by 3 black persons and 2 beaners, whatever the case is. You understand? And a lot of Latinos are just gonna check, when they ask for like what nationality or ethnicity are you, they're not gonna check other than one. They're just gonna check white. Why? Because not even because they identify as that. You just want to make sure when they call an ambulance, somebody's coming to their help. You understand? Like, all jokes aside, though, real quick, right? All jokes aside, though, just to show you how evil of a bastard the oppressor is, You're trying to prevent Latinos from coming in. Then you want them out. But then when they go back to their country, you're buying the whole country, and you want them out of the country too. Are you telling Mexicans go back to Mexico? You tell them, okay, you tell Mexicans don't come into the States. When they come, tell them go back to Mexico. Now they go back to Mexico, you tell them leave Mexico because we're trying to buy properties over here.
Right. What was that
Understand?
one woman that told that white woman, go back to your country, you want to speak English?
Right.
How'd that feel? You know what I mean? Now you know what it's like. You know? I'm going to say this, man, and here's the other part of it. This is why the white man is the devil, man, because you going to tell us to go back to Mexico as if you don't even know what land this was before your ancestors came and took it. You're going to tell me to go back to Mexico? All I got to do is literally stand up and sit back down. If the devil wants to tell me that, man, all I'm going to do is I'm going to get up and sit back down and be like, you know what? This is you need a history lesson on what this was first. You can go back to Europe. You can go back to your caves in the Caucasus Mountains where you need to be so that the world can be a lot safer, man, because you are the threat to this world, man. You oppressors.
Damn right.
You are the cancer, the virus, the threat, man. The world is dying because of y'all, and you got the nerve to come at us and blame us for it.
Right. You know what's crazy, other one? Trump is gonna say, we're black people are super predators. Mexicans are criminals and have the criminal records. Don't let in the Latino over here. But again, we keep bringing this out. Listen, Trump is one of the worst person to say. I mean, every single Caucasian person cannot say that because they have a history of mass murder, genocide, mass rape. You understand? Not only that, Trump, his grandfather was. Listen. So what? Look up Trump's grandfather.
Oh God.
Look up Trump's grandfather. He was some type of pimp, and I think he was. What was he doing? He was up to no good. Listen, they cannot tell us anything about being super predators, whatever the case is. I mean, listen, they committed genocide across the whole planet Earth. They committed genocide. Like I said, we're at camp in Toronto, right? They're telling us, oh, we need to protest for the whales and the dolphins and the orcas, but they're the one making it so that animals are going extinct. Like we're not here, we're not killing animals to the thousands to the point where they're extinct. Y'all are. Like even back in the days, it wasn't even that long. I think up even in the 80s, I think, right? You can still go hunt. You can still go hunt wildlife in Africa and just put the head of a lion on your wall just for fun.
Right.
Like we're not doing that. They are. The Amazonian forest is pretty much is done with. Understand? And what's crazy is they're the one doing it. Like not us. Like they destroyed the ozone layer. They destroyed the river waters. The sea is polluted because of the oppressor.
What's that scripture where it says, ask the animals and they shall tell you, ask the trees and they shall show thee?
Right. Listen, ask Mother Nature. It's like Mother Nature. Ask the nature itself.
For context, you could say so. Rocky Allah. For context, right? We don't believe in Mother Nature, but for context, Mother Nature would say the white man is the devil.
You're damn right. You understand? So, like y'all want, I think you could check the link in the private chat. So I'll put a link about Trump's grandfather.
Con, how we looking at? We almost at the top of the hour.
Yeah, we're already. We're about to end it real quick.
Con. So I got it right here. I'm gonna share it. So Trump, look at this. Okay, You want to read a swap or should I?
Go ahead, sir, because I have something else here I'm about to bring out as well.
Orale. All right, no sweat. Look at this story right here, man. Historian finds German decree banishing Trump's grandfather. Royal decree ordered Frederick Trump to leave Bavaria and never come back after he failed to do military service. A historian has discovered a royal decree issued to Donald Trump's grandfather ordering him to leave Germany and never come back. Frederick Trump, a German, was issued with the document in February 1905 and ordered to leave the Kingdom of Bavaria within 8 weeks as punishment for having failed to do mandatory military service, failing to give authorities notice of his departure to the U.S. when he first immigrated in 1885. Good night, man.
Slovakia.
Go ahead, Doc.
And what's crazy is that Trump did the same thing when he was young. He didn't have
Right.
to fight in Vietnam or whatever war was popping off when he was a young man. I'm saying he dodged the whole thing by saying that he was, had some sort of flat foot or something, if I remember correctly.
What the hell?
And just like his grandfather, dodged the draft and whatnot.
So he was a draft. What is it? A draft dodger.
Criminals, yeah. Which
Right.
he should be in prison with, because if you remember correctly, Muhammad Ali, turned them down for the military service because he wasn't gonna go kill people that he doesn't know, people that hasn't done nothing to him. And
Right.
so he declined, and they put him into prison. But Trump gets away with it because it's his people that's in power.
Oh, that's crazy, Doc. And that
So
goes to show
sir.
you, right? Go ahead.
Also, I have this other fact checking, because we can't say nothing without being, 100% correct. But I have another story here that mentions his grandfather working a prostitution ring.
Good night.
There was a meme that was posted on him that said that he was running a whole prostitution ring. Snopes went to check it out, and they actually confirmed some of the information, not all of it.
Right. So, Salakia, I was looking for the correct article. I can't find it, but basically the rumors is that Frederick Trump, Trump's grandfather, right? He was a pimp and a drug dealer. He was making a fortune running a brothel and opium dens. You understand?
Right.
So, this is to be confirmed. This is the rumor. This is to be confirmed. But if you want to talk about illegal immigrants and criminals, what talk about your grandfather?
Right.
Your grandfather was an immigrant. You understand? And Sawab put in another article where it says Donald Trump grandfather, was basically, he made his fortune in running a brothel, basically, in prostitution. You
See,
understand?
these are criminals. These are criminals. These are the rapists that they pointed, try to, point Mexicans out to be. And that makes them hypocrites. And the Lord hates hypocrites, man. That's one thing, man. So, Lord, man, this is why this work is heavy, carnales. This is why we need to keep doing this work and keep striving, to push this truth, prophesy to the wind, man, so that we could keep waking up our people so that we can get out of this captivity, man, and that we can get justice so that we have to stop living with people like this having their foot on our neck, man.
Damn right.
Right. So, like, I was going to say something else. Like, when these devils, do crimes like this, like prostitution, they got a slap on the wrist, a couple
Right.
days in jail. And then, their kids, their children grow up to be politicians, and, whoever migrates, as an immigrant and starts popping off, wanting to copy the devil and his works, he shuts the door and gives you the heavier penalties, he throws the book at you for the same thing, his grandfathers did. So, damn,
Listen,
man.
again, they're the biggest illegal immigrants. No one asked them for any legal, immigration papers when Christopher Columbus came over.
Right, right.
Listen, it's just as simple as that. You
God.
understand?
Where's your where's your documentation, man? Where's your it's like
Hey,
how does an illegal immigrant get to complain about other illegal immigrants, man?
you understand? I mean,
Let's say,
listen, this
man.
is
Good night.
the hypocrisy. Listen, your family, like you want to complain about immigrants. Your grandfather was an immigrant,
Right.
and your grandfather was a vagabond because he went back home. They said they didn't want him, so they kicked him out and said, "Yo, go back to the States. We don't want you back in Germany."
Right. The Germans did
Grandfather
not
was a
want him.
vagabond.
They could get out. Yeah, you did. They said if you don't like Germany, you can leave, and that's what he did. He left.
You're right.
Man, that is crazy. So like, you got one more article to what? Let's get it in, man, so we can get up out of here.
Apparently, his grandfather was also a tax evader. So I understand,
Wow. But you want to say Mexicans don't pay what is it? Illegal immigrants don't pay tax. You want to trip on them about paying taxes, man. Yeah, it's like I said, hypocritical, man. Hypocritical is this nation of people, and I'm not allowed to get mad about it. I'm not allowed to speak about this. I gotta keep loving America. I gotta call myself Mexican American. You know what I mean? The hell with that term Mexican American, man. You look
Hey,
like a sucker
Slovakia
when you call yourself Mexican American. Slovakia, you know?
also Trump's father was apparently a Klan member.
Right. I remember hearing about that.
You're right. It's like, listen, you want to say black people are super predators, Mexicans are criminals with big criminal records, understand? But your father was a Klans member. Your
Right.
grandfather, apparently, he made a fortune, understand, being one of the biggest pimp, you understand, and
Right.
running opium dens. And then were
Right.
the criminals and the super predators? I mean, apparently your father was fighting with the police because, he was a Klans member. What are you talking about? I mean, that's why I think there was a picture of Trump goes to see the Ku Klux Klan. I mean, he's pretty much going to see his uncles and cousins, literally.
Right.
Understand? Then you want to talk about us being super predators and having
Right.
extended criminal records.
It's like
What
there's
about your father?
nothing you can tell me about being, anything about when it comes to illegal immigration. You hear that, Double? You can never tell me anything about illegal immigration. You can never tell me anything about criminals and rapists or any of that because
Right.
that is your culture. Gang banging, raping, robbing, murdering, being a super predator. That is your culture, gringo. Just remember that. And keep my raza's business out your goddamn mouth.
Damn right. You understand?
Pecan. Anything else, carnales?
Nah, I had one more video.
Go ahead, I'll
And
bring it out and
pretty
then
much
let's
it.
close it out.
Por tierra o por agua, identidad falsa. Brincamos muros o flotamos en balsa. La peleamos como Sandino en Nicaragua. Somos como las plantas que crecen sin agua. Sin pasaporte americano, porque la mitad de Gringolandia es terreno mexicano. Hay que ser bien hijo de puta. Nosotros les sembramos el árbol y ellos se comen la fruta. Somos los que cruzaron. Aquí vinimos a buscar el oro que nos robaron. Tenemos más trucos que la policía secreta. Metimos la casa completa en una maleta. Con un pico, una pala y un rastrillo te construimos un castillo. Como es que dice el coro, cabrón? Immigrants, we get the job done. Look how far I come. Look how far I come. Look how far...
We are not immigrants. We are indigenous people of this land. We have to call ourselves Mexican because we don't know our identity. We have to call ourselves Hispanic, Latino because we don't know who we are. You know what I mean?
Good night. We have to call ourselves immigrants, understand, because the oppressor put on borders throughout the American continent.
Right. That's their borders, man. We had our own territories. We had our own system. And they came and, destroyed that.
Right.
And get mad when
Hey,
we don't want to, abide by it. This is why, man, when you did not want to abide by it, You know what I mean? This is why, like, it's like y'all are a race of hypocrites, man. You are an unjust people, and let God deal with y'all. Let God rain vengeance on you oppressors, man, for the way you treat my people.
Right.
Go
Let
ahead. Any
America
other brother
bathe in
want to drop
blood.
something, man?
Damn right. America is gonna take a bloody shower pretty soon. Let America, Canada, the UK, you understand, Europe bathe in blood. You understand?
What's
And
that?
again, and do not wash away the stains.
What's the UPK? Cadence. Babylon is falling. Babylon is falling. To rise no more. To rise no more.
Right.
Babylon is falling, man, and it will rise no more.
Damn right.
Let this stinking country burn. God damn America. In the words of General Shawamar, man, when he's out there blazing, he goes, God damn America. And God damn the white man.
Damn right.
As it should be.
You know what I mean?
I said we're about to close it out, Raza. You understand? Another Monday night, right? Another successful Monday night. You understand? Rocking it out. Big Priest Officer 500.
That's right.
Myself, the host, doing the most. 500 Barakiala. Primo Dominicano.
The original passport.
Yes. Listen. If you want to understand, you need to tune in a couple weeks ago. You know, we're about to make a second part.
Yeah.
You understand? Get ready for the next episode, Raza. We're about to close it out. I'm gonna let you off some. I'm gonna start with the outro.
Ya sabes, carnales, aquí estamos todos los lunes. Tune into our classes, man. Monday through Friday, 25/8, Saturday, Sunday, man. We do this, we pushing this truth teaching, man. Tune into your local zone, isupk.com to find your area, man. I'm gonna plug in my zone, ISUPK Southern California, ISUPK Mexico, where we teach this truth, man. So please support Raza, share our classes, share this show, let the message get out there, man, so that we can wake up, man. And if you was listening to us, man, and you understand where we're coming from, man, get in class. Get an all black, man, and fight for your raza. This is how you do it, carnal. But more importantly, man, the way we're going to change things is we got to learn brotherhood and sisterhood, man. So, man, with that, man, we the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under commanding General Yohana, man. Ya sabes, man. Aquí estamos every Monday night, 9 p.m. Mexican time, man. We gonna get started, man. You know. But with that, any other brother got anything they want to drop, man? With that, man, in the words of my carnal, órale.
Claro, bueno. Nunca olvides, el hombre blanco es un pinche gusano, la pinche la chica su madre.
Ya sabes, carnal.
Pinche diablo toda la Biblia.
Ya
with that
sabes.
said, you already know. ¡Órale!
¡Órale!
Órale.